Rosenberg. There's something on the tip of my tongue about Dr. Lang. I know him fairly well, and very recently has shown a sense of utmost attitude that got me and no other personnel suspicious of Dr. Lang. Normally, he would be as happy as, say, a child in a candy store or a fanatic in a familiar environment. But that didn't mean he wasn't a great worker, given how gleeful he was. He was an immensely good worker for our projects on Baxley Core. So much so, eventually, he started to question the duality of man. And before recently, he was walking around with the largest of frowns. And, I mean, cartoonishly large. He looked wrong with one, but no one seemed to care. And this isn't going where many people think this is going. This is not a sense of he's sad and or depressed. This is something else. Nowadays, he would sit down on his desk, completely blank-faced, and oftentimes whenever he would move, he was violent. Very, very violent. He would walk around finding specific people and targeting them in specific parts of their bodies. He would discombobulate someone, blind someone with their thumbs, and went as far as kicking a man in the testicular area. Might I say this was happening a little. Not a little in correction, this happened a lot, in actuality, and no one has questioned or stopped him.
Audio log from
Dr. Lang. I don't fret with Rosenberg's knowledge of my presence. I only fret with how much he knows of what I must do. Humans have a flaw that they lack the self-awareness to care, and it's their own flaws. Where there is at least many unforgiving flaw in everyone's deep, dark thoughts, and many think that given that I am human, I am stained by the same disgusting flaw. But they would be foolishly wrong when they hear that I was chosen to cleanse. Somewhere in our terminals, I hijacked it to say that mankind was a feeble failure, and that their free will was a flaw. Intervening would assist their own lips in their own consumption, and God must begin again with their word as law.
audio log from
Dr. Rosenberg. I have no clue what's going on in Baxley Core anymore. Advise that attitude for... well, when I say that Dr. Lang changed how things work now, my co-workers have that same wrathful expression, removing people of their senses. As day by day pass, that influence almost spreads. It's like a sickness, where people claim to cleanse others. Cleansing and removal of senses doesn't make sense. Authorities don't even want to intervene. There's too many of them now. Even as I explained, they just don't cooperate.
audio log from
Dr. Lang. I finally started my keystone to cleanse that's wrong with this broken world. Its inhabitants is what's wrong with it. My loyal subjects propose an idea to make contact with God, to see if he is pleased with our progress, and I must praise them for giving good progress in the keystone. There was knowledge that God can be contacted with all senses from a person removed. We must start something